The actor, who shot to fame as the sarcastic Chandler Bing in the seminal 90 Seconds sitcom, was found dead at his house in Los Angeles on set after emergency crews were called at around 4 p.m. local time. He had reportedly played a 2-hour game of pickleball, a sport similar to tennis but played on a smaller court, earlier in the day before sending his assistant out on an errand. When they returned, Perry was said to be found unresponsive in his hot tub. In his last post to his Instagram, shared earlier this week, the star shared images of him in his pool, saying, "Oh, so warm water swirling around makes you feel good. I'm Mattman, a longtime friend of Perry's, who was in recovery with him. Last night, everyone is in a total state of shock. People are crying on the phone and struggling to accept this news. It's no secret that he struggled with drugs and alcohol for years, but the last time I spoke to him, which was within the last few weeks, he seemed to be in a good place. He was upbeat and sounded sober and positive. He'd been to rehab 17 times and nearly died from opioid abuse, but he was someone who was sincere about taking his life and his sobriety, one day at a time. It's such tragic news. Everyone is praying he didn't relapse." Matt was a genuinely lovely guy. He was always the first to welcome newcomers to the group and would always volunteer to help and be of service. "We are all struggling to come to terms with this terrible news." Friends co-stars Maggie Wheeler and Morgan Fairchild remembered Perry for the joy he brought to so many following his shock death. Perry also revealed that his colon ruptured as a result of his opioid addiction when he was 49. Doctors gave him only a 2% chance of survival, and he was in a coma for 2 weeks, followed by months more in the hospital. Perry required 14 surgeries to help repair all of the abdominal damage, and he admitted to having gone to rehab 15 times over the years in hopes of kicking his drug addiction. At one point during his friend's career, he admits he was taking 55 Vicodin a day and was down to 128 pounds, but yet he didn't know how to stop. He told an interviewer in 2016 that he doesn't remember filming 3 seasons of Friends. "I had this odd rule that I would never drink on a set," Perry said, "but I went to work in extreme cases of hangover. It's so horrible to feel that way and have to work and be funny on top of that.